Hello guys, it's Jim the Pawoodsman. Wanted to do a short video this morning. What brought this video up is a video I'm uploading right now of me and Blister Boy, my friend Dave. We're out on the Crawford Vista up in the Quanah Wild area. And that's the truth about bushcraft survival. We all have our bug out bags, our survival bags, our 72-hour bags, our get-home bags, whatever you want to call it. Mine's nowhere complete. But we need to come to a reality of the fact that it's just a temporary thing. A lot of us are having this thought and mindset that we're going to be able to survive out there indefinitely on the skills we're picking up on YouTube. And I'm sorry, that's not the case. Reason I'm saying this and thinking this way is like I was up there. The terrain is different than what it is down here. Yes, we're still in Pennsylvania, but the availability of certain plants and herbs and stuff are not the same as if I'm around here. I'm in more of an agricultural area. I have more hardwoods around here than if I'm up north where there's a lot more pines and stuff like that. We walked only 10 miles, but in that 10-mile period, I saw only one edible plant and there was no fruit on it. And that was, well, actually two. Blueberry, and there was a pickling apple tree. Yeah, you could make some pine needle tea for the citrus and trap and pray that you can catch something with some traps. But that's not always a given either. I do not know every edible plant. I do not know every municipal plant. A lot of times I take my book out with me and I look at these plants and I'm thinking, well, it looks like it, but I'm sorry, there's too many risks involved with eating stuff that you're not aware of. Because I have heard of several cases where kidneys have failed, livers have failed because somebody's eaten the wrong plant, and that's a painful death. We need to realize that when you're in a survival situation, it's just to maintain yourself until help arrives or you're able to self-rescue yourself. That's why I always say I know how to use a bow drill. It's not a guaranteed all the time. That's why I keep fire starters with me. I keep 2 or 3 different methods. I keep stuff for shelter, for warmth. I bring food with me because I know that I'm not always going to be able to find wild edibles. I'm not always going to be able to trap, In my little snare bag there, I have a real small container of peanut butter to help lure in certain animals. I'm going to run out of that eventually. I'm not going to have the ability to lure some of these animals in. It's just going to be you're going to try to catch them in their transition spots from going from where their shelter is, their home, to their where they're feeding. And certain animals are more nocturnal, dependent of the year, If you would have to go out right now, or even later in the winter, and into a shit hit the fan type environment, you're not going to be prepared. People that in the old days, the pioneers, when they lived off the land, they had all year to stockpile things. They knew what they could grow, they knew what they could find and harvest, and they would go out hunting on a regular basis, smoke their meats and salt them and all that, and can and do things like that in order to keep food stockpiled for the year, or they weren't going to survive. Or if they did survive, they were going to be hungry throughout the time. So we just need to come to realize that, it's great to learn all this stuff. I enjoy learning bushcraft. I enjoy learning different skills out there to do things, but it's only for a temporary thing. That's like I'm thinking with, people are thinking, well, I'm going to go bug out here if anything happens. I'm going to run up north to the mountains. Well, before you do that, you better know what's up there. That's just like Bear Grylls, dual survival folks, even Les Stroud. They don't know all the wild edibles and non-lethal animals you can eat all over the world. They have to talk to the local natives in that area and get some sort of training before they even shoot their movies or their shows, whatever you want to call them, so they know what in the area they can get, you know. It would take you a lifetime just sitting there and studying on the computer and trying to remember all this stuff. You know, you're not going to do it. So they even have to have some sort of assistance whenever they step out of their normal domain, per se. But just wanted to throw that at you guys, just as, you know, a thought. It's fun getting out there, horsing around in the woods, playing survivalist and stuff like that, but we got to remember that we're only human. We're a total different generation than our pioneer forefathers were. Yeah, I could probably live off a little bit of the fat that I have stored up on me. I'm out of shape, and you know, I'm not going to be trekking as far as, you know, I would like to if I would have to bug out or something like that. I'm going to have to do a little bit at a time until I lose some weight, get myself. But then, yeah, I could lose some weight. That might give me a little bit more ability to get around. But if I'm not getting food in me, that's going to cause me to be weak, mentally as well as physically, and I'm not going to be worth a damn. So just come to realize, guys, like I said, this is all great, but it's a temporary fix. So, alright, I'll make this video short. Just wanted to throw that out at you folks and say, as always, God bless.